Well, look at that. 10 people. That's awesome. But how do I know? How do I know that these are people? How do I know? I do not. Oh, there's 12 of them now. Okay, that's legit dead people. How you doing, guys? We'll get started here in just a moment. I was like to have a bit of a crack every now and then. How you doing there, Horizon? Good to have you, my man. Okay. Just got the turn. His message on the email alongside the turn was nothing to see here. So obviously he's, I don't know, maybe he's finally up to something. That'd be intriguing. That would be intriguing. He's probably been up to something for a while now. His carries are likely somewhere going to be a problem. Who knows about that one? Well, we have finally launched the forces towards Wake. They're now underway. It's probably going to take a little bit of time just to get everything worked out there. My go-code, that's its sidekick. Oh, what do you mean sidekick? I thought it was the whole shebang. Fire is catching. That's an interesting one. Is that like a Hunger Games reference, or no? That's catching fire, isn't it? Oh well, maybe he's a big fan. Nice. There's a fair old amount of submarines in that area. Just a fair old amount of them. More bombs from him. Ooh, that'd be an interesting one. How you doing there, Parmentier? Hello there, Cal. Good to have you, my friend. So I decided to actually have them continue to unload during the night. There was some supply. The damaged one I've sent straight over here to Benkland to then disband. These ships over here, I thought, well, there's no point lingering around. I thought, well, maybe I go here and disband and then come back when we need supply. But no, there's no point. Might as well unload the supply. They're likely going to take it today, but if not, then they'll need that supply. So they'll unload and then they'll head back over here to Benkland. So they're set to retirement allowed anyway. I'm hoping that they'll be able to unload during the night phase. Wasn't a great deal aboard, but I can't remember how much they had aboard to begin with. So we see the O-24 here. It looked like O-24 actually engaged. So it looked like the Kisamaru actually used her deck guns on for a second. Or was it just me? It was like a flash there, and I was like, deck guns, which is interesting. Oh, he's coming in again. Right, so we do have our torpedo boats over here then. This will be interesting. We've never really had a situation where we've been able to employ our torpedo boats, so this is a 1,000-yard range nighttime combat. We'll have to see here. I mean, yeah, these these MTBs really, they're not worth a huge amount, so we have torpedoes out. It'd be great to get some torpedoes into the light cruisers, really. Not that it's likely to happen, but it's nice to have it. How you doing there, Alex? Hello there, Paul. I wish it was going to be the Battle of Kianko. Wish. Okay, torpedoes out. Come on, I'd like to get a hit here. Knowing our luck, we'll probably not have it. We're at 2,000 yards now. Come on. This is where they're great. You'd hope. No, torpedoes out. Stop targeting the goddamn DDs. Just stop it. Go for the light cruisers, they're bigger. Alright, 5,000 yards. Concorde opening up there. Trenton opening up. It's funny how large. Oh, well, they break off there. Okay, so. That was a rather. I mean, okay. It is indeed there, Alex. Good to have you. I love the fact that they, like... Okay, they withdraw there after the battle. I love the fact that we have only the one hit there, but in fairness, he didn't hit us, so I guess we'll have to try it again. He's likely going to bombard there, but bombardment, really. How you doing there, son? Still amuses me greatly. Yeah, he's bombarding here. Oh, how typical. How typical. It would have been nice to put a few torpedoes into the light cruisers, but hey-ho. We'll get another chance. I'll get another chance. He might actually go back over here to the north, in fact, so he might have another chance to engage there. We had a bunch of our own MTBs actually trying to engage and really do practically nothing, but then again, so the US forces did practically nothing too. Yeah, indeed. Okay, few hits there. Nothing that we haven't seen before, really. Okay, if they go north, we might get another chance. Oh, we do have the RO-63 here. Okay. Put a torpedo into the light cruiser, will you, please? Not gonna happen, likely, but hey. Would be nice. How you doing there, Haspen? Good to have you. Not yet, not yet. We need a size 2 airfield of the Shortlands before we can actually send out offensive missions from there. But we're not too far away from this size 2 there. We're also going to push deeper into the island cluster as well. And then set up in that area. Right, okay. It would have been nice to have had a few torpedoes into light cruisers there, but hey-ho. Okay, Sea Lion. Launch a torpedo against Hokazi. Okay, drop in depth charges here. Could we have these relocated, actually? There we go. Moving into air operations AM there. So we've seen them out that way, okay. Seeing a AK there by Wake. Apparently allied ships being reported in the Apollo fade, likely likely subs. I think he'll keep doing that until you stop him. Well, I mean, that's what we tried to do there. But we need to just obviously get the air power built up in that area first and foremost. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about those allied ships there, actually. Yeah. He's got them fairly concentrated. We have a lot of ours in port at the moment in time. The reason being, I don't really particularly want to employ them when they're not going to have a great chance of hitting something. Really need to try and use them alongside submarines that have float planes. But I would like to look towards, frankly, I want bases that are closer to the enemy, really. So I can spend more time on target, if that makes sense. We're not at Wake yet, but we are launching. Hello there, silly chickens. I like that. Yeah, that was actually really quite good there. 324 casualties reported, 17 disabled, squads 26 there. So that's quite nice. It's actually going to cause some problems there for them, which is nice. Slows them down as well, so we'll be quite catching up on them to, well, destroy them, really. That's nice. Hitting Kianko again. Okay. Ooh, I didn't tell them to do that, so they must have automatic tying. So I did tell them. Oh, well, I thought I told them to do that. Maybe I forgot about that. Ah, well. Not a bad thing hitting him anyway. Okay. Can I have a drink? I realised I always make a coffee and never drink it actually warm. Like, actually warm. So I'm going to do that. And we will have an attack here today, actually. I'm looking forward to that. Looks like he's got a unit heading that way and a unit heading that way, as far as I can tell. That looks intriguing. At least it's good practice for the Sallies. And the fun thing is, after the stream, I'm going to go and do some more of my Japanese work. Woo. Yeah, we're getting a good deal of runway hits there, which is nice. It's been fairly reliable as these last days, really. Still seeing ships there at Wake. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. Thanks, Alex. It is cool, I do genuinely enjoy it, it's just, it's very busy, keeps me very, very busy. Okay, I'm hoping I can actually move in movement mode today. We did have an artillery unit actually slip in here without realising. So when I told them to all follow the 25th, it actually went to the progress of the last unit to join the stack, which was essentially 0, so it pulled them back down to 0, and then they marched 8. So I'm hoping that we can actually get the 15 miles in today. Getting these bastards out of here would be nice. He might get through there to bomb, which is going to be a pain. No, he can't have that many left. I just wish they'd just bugger off. Oh, they do bugger off. Oh, thank God. Okay, so that means we actually get to spend the day in movement mode. They're flying out from Chungking, but it's been nice shooting them down, frankly. It's still a useful thing to have. Cancelled missions there. Excuse me. I'm wondering if the artillery arrive here today. I do have a bunch of artillery headed down here to the Lucina. It might potentially arrive today. I can't recall if it's major or secondary road. I think it might be major. A few casualties there. Not bad. Did I lower that altitude? I think yeah, I did. Okay, that's good. I thought I had them for a second. I mean, it's good for them. They gain experience by doing this. Okay. Yeah, I think had we not had that hiccup, I think we would have been crossing here at Kianko today. I'm pretty sure we would have been. But alas, if we've got the full 15 miles a day, we'll have another 15 miles tomorrow, then we can go in combat mode, I think. Yeah, 100. Right, moving into the land attack. There we are, we're going to take that. Closing in now, next target will be Hami, and then we'll be looking towards Arunchi. Arunchi is the one with the oil there. Looking forward to that one. Nice, easy banzai. Okay, we do have our deliberate attack over here. Okay, so that's a stronger force than I had actually expected. So that's not going to crack here today. We don't have any losses on our end, which is nice. So we see, wow, 4 level 3 there. Okay. But we actually inflicted a fair, yeah, not a tremendous amount, but we inflicted on him and we didn't take anything in return. Oh, we should arrive at Sotomayor today. So I can have additional tanks moved out that way shortly then. We're attacking over here against the 72nd Chinese Corps once again. I'm hoping that they'll be able to supply at this point in time, but they're probably not. Oh no, they are. Okay, that's good news then. So we only suffer very, very light casualties. So does he, but we'll just keep attacking until he surrenders, really. One more bombardment here. He's moving this way. What we're going to do is have a unit move over here to the north. And actually get that unit to the north. It'll be entirely retrained. It's on a major road, by the way, as well. But then he's going to cross over here. And he's likely going to have to shock attack anyway, because it's our base. So he should use supply doing that. Or just, it slows him down, nonetheless. So we want to slow him down as much as possible. And what we can then do is actually switch up the preparation for Iceycrome. So then what we'll be able to do is actually cross the river and shock attack him in clear terrain. And due to the fact that he'll actually be in a base, we can actually gain preparation bonus there with the headquarters as well, which makes it even easier to kick his ass. Plus he's going into from times 2 to, well, times 1 terrain there, which is nice. So 104 casualties there. Our AV is recovering. But yeah, that's looking pretty nice. The guns are having an impact on him. We do have our shock attack against the 47th Chinese Corps. I do have two, the 12th A and B heading north over here. So, do we destroy it? Yes, the 47th Chinese Corps has been completely destroyed there, annihilated. 779 men there. Yep, they're gone now. Deliberate attack over here then. So, ideally we do destroy more units. That'd be ideal. We do have some additional RTA forces in here as well, just to give us a little bit more oomph there. It's the 7th Armoured Brigade, that's the only problem there. I'd love to bomb it. I really would love to bomb it. The only reason why I haven't been bombing it is because I do worry about the possibility of the enemy air power out here. I do have another armoured regiment moving up this way too. Okay, if we could force him to retreat, that'd be nice, but we'll see about that. I don't think he will retreat. 1-2 there, 409, 412, so he doesn't retreat, which is not too surprising. So he's actually low on supply there. So we have 801 casualties, 3 destroyed, 50 disabled, 7 disabled non-combatants, 1 engineer destroyed, 3 disabled. We have 2 vehicles destroyed, 21 disabled. We inflict actually quite hefty casualties there, 759 casualties on him, 47 squads destroyed, 14 disabled, 4 non-combatants destroyed, 47 disabled, 3 engineers disabled. He loses 2 guns destroyed, 18 disabled, 1 vehicle destroyed, 8 disabled. But he's low on supplies, so that's quite nice, and we might be able to even potentially consider attacking again. And I'm looking forward to being able to employ the 14th Tank Regiment over here to the north again. And if these guys would just bloody surrender... Oh god, that was loud. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much there, Sergeant Haremy. I forgot I had alerts on there, but thank you very much, scared me. Yeah, I need these tanks to go north. We do have an attack over here at Padang then. So, it wasn't undefended, there's a decent amount of AB here, but we should be able to manage it, I'd imagine. Imagine. Hopefully, anyway. 19-9 to 19. We do capture Padang there. So, does he surrender? No, he retreats. He's probably going to retreat to this dot base here. Or maybe that way and then there. Oh no, he just goes straight to the dot base, okay. And we do capture the last formal base on Sumatra. All that remains now is to take these 2 little dot bases and to clean up the last of the Dutch defenders here on Sumatra. And then Sumatra will be completely ours. These dot bases take on the actual coast, but that's it there. That's all she wrote there for Sumatra, essentially. That is the last proper base there. So we have 249, just disabled on our end. 711 there. Not bad. Okay. So, a nice, quick, dirty turn there. Panoshira Jima spans. Little Andaman and Port Blair span to their respective sizes, which is good. Having the level 3 port at Port Blair is very nice. Now, with Little Andaman completed, I can consider moving them elsewhere. Which I'm looking forward to doing. Okay, so we'll make a quick save here. There we go. Yeah, the game's really slow sometimes. I don't know what it is. Let's see. What I can do is actually copy and paste that. It's now the 10th. Time's ticking on by. But the good news is we do have the Wake landing force now underway. It should be underway. Hopefully everything's gone to plan and it's underway properly. It will be refined as we move forward. I just wanted to get things moving out. So they're more or less following things as they should be. But we'll obviously be able to clean it up and just really refine it as we go on. We do have a few things that we must do. Makes me realise I forgot to send the AKs out, actually, so that'll have to be done too. Forgot about those. They're fairly important. But at least we do have time for that. So what I'm going to do here then is it still slow? For some reason it's always, yeah. It's always slow on the first thing, which is weird. So if I reload it, it tends to be fine, which I don't get. Who knows about that? I can't recall if I made the game admin mode. Maybe. Probably not. But maybe. Okay. So. Right, 16. 78 there. Nice. We'll take a look at aircraft losses here today, man. So, Sonoya, Dina, Jake, and then SB3. But at least he didn't actually get in there to bomb, so I don't much mind that. As for ships sunk, no ships sunk today. It would have been actually preferable to have had, well, some of his light cruisers given a couple of, like, torpedo holes, really. Just, like, that'd be nice. But, ah, well. Oh, have they returned? Oh, their endurance is out there. Ah, that might be why. Okay. We do need to get some fuel down that way. Is that the second time he's bombarded, or the third time now? I forget which one it is. I can't imagine he has much in the way of ammunition left, which is probably why. I mean, those PT boats really should have had a field day there, but unfortunately not. So we do see some patrol craft up there. Maybe he's actually going to move in on there. It'd be interesting to see if he actually does. They've been out there a long time, haven't they? Third. Yeah, I thought, yeah. So, I mean, this is it. How you doing there, Sinead? Good to have you. Yeah, I mean, they should have had it in the bag there, considering that they had to spend a lot of ammunition, but he's got the look of the Irish, apparently, about him. Which is pretty mildly, really. I could have a bloody hit where we need to hit, which is so very typical. What's new this turn? Well, we do have our forces moving out over here, then, so we do have the Kitabatai over here, which is moving out now. We do have our invasion forces over here as well. I do have them in one large task force over here. We do have the replenishment here as well. I forgot to move the AKEs, so I'm going to have to do that. Can you disband the PTs? I could do. I'll disband them into port. Then I'll have to get some fuel out down that way, really. We do have our tanks over here as well, which I'm going to have and try and get them to link up with the invasion forces. We do have the infantry division over here as well, which is close, and I'm going to have to decide where we want to send that. It may very likely still go to truck. But we do have the elements underway now. We are seeing here an AP. Still 5 units out there. Looks like it's increased the amount of auxiliaries. Right, let's tell them to stop building a fortification there, eh? It's just automatic. It's a little thingy. It's just, it's an interesting one. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought there was like something wrong there. That's interesting then. So he's actually turned Numer to an American base, which is intriguing. Okay, that's pretty cool. I guess he's also going to be using that, which is not too surprising. So we're looking at 5% over there. I don't think we... I don't know, do we continue to expand that? I don't think we really much gain anything from a size 5. That would take a lot. I'll have to decide on that one. It would take a long time. Well, you can see this one here is going to expand really quite nicely. It might be that we just fortify that, perhaps. But it's now level 4, which is superb. We have like 2 level 4 airfields out here. We do have Lay, which is also level 4, so we've got a cluster there of level 4 airfields. We'll obviously look towards just building this area up quite nicely in general. So over here at Buan, we're at 31% there, so we are getting to that point now. The interesting thing is, let's see, how many torpedoes do we actually have aboard here? Oh, are they actually equipped with torpedoes? Yes, they are. Some launched their torpedoes. Not everybody did, however. At least they tried, I guess. Yes, an attempt was made. I keep forgetting about that. There's no gain from Wake. Well, I mean, we could potentially take Wake, but you need to have... Sorry, Midway. You need to take Wake before you can even contemplate taking a Midway. 1 second here, guys. Sorry about that, now back. What makes you think he didn't do the same thing at Midway? I mean, I'm not particularly interested in taking Midway, to be honest. It'd be nice to have, because it just denies it to him, and it gives it's a nice base to actually have some naval search out, but it doesn't have all that much value. Excuse me, drinking the coffee there. There's 5 units of Wake, which will make it tough, but then in fairness, we are bringing in a fair amount of force. Right, so we'll have them railed out there towards Milan. Yeah, exactly. There's not much in the way of value to Midway. It's nice if you have it, but I wouldn't go out my way to really want to take it. And I've got a nice bit of fuel there. Nice. Okay. I don't believe I need a garrison here. No, I do not. That's good. And what I'm going to do then is have them given a day's rest. And the reason why Wake has more value than Midway is the fact that Wake is within range of the Marsh Islands. It's not too far out from these islands. So the reason why we want Wake more than Midway is because, well, Wake's easy to actually take and can be presumably held for a long time. If forever. But it prevents him from having a base that's within range here. That's really why we want Wake. Whereas Midway has no considerations like that. Okay, so we do have our forces here in Sorabaya. That's what I want to see. Now, I'm going to have the 16th Reconnaissance Regiment sent out to support our fellows out here. I might, well, no, I could potentially have them send that way. Not too sure how strong that is. What's the actual terrain in the area? So that's clear terrain. Oh, wow, yeah, that's clear terrain. Oh, they're going to rip up there. I'll tell you what, actually, what I'm going to do there is actually take control of that mountain hex. I do not want them to move into that hex. That's rough terrain, so it's not great either way. What I could do then is move that way. I could do another unit there. How long could Wake hold if it didn't get supplies? It holds as long as it can, really. It'll eventually fade away, but that'll take a lot. But it'll be over when we actually finish it, really. There's no real two ways about it. Okay. Now, I do have a 48th Division there. And 14th Army. Yeah, they use supplies, they do, yes. If they're in rest mode, they can last a fair while. If you have units in the same hex as like Japanese units in the same hex as like Allied units, then they can't go into rest mode and vice versa. We're going to aim to bombard a good number of times, really. Kind of hoping that this is going to be the catalyst to bringing out his carriers. I'd imagine that they probably will make some sort of appearance at some point in time. It's very likely at this stage now. That's a good deal of submarines in this area. But how many have we seen there? Now, whether this is 1 or 2, I'm going to count it as 2. But do take that with a pinch of salt, it could be incorrect. So we'll say 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. That's a lot of subs in that area. Which is interesting, actually. It's very interesting. I can see why he's doing it, so we can't draw fuel from Balapap and really to support our endeavours out in the Pacific. But we're descended from Japan anyway, which I suppose in fairness, that's what he's wanted to do there, is make us do that. Because it forces us to spend fuel to move fuel. Which is not too bad. Okay, so that's not bad there at all then. Obviously, they are accruing damage from attacking tanks, but that's not too surprising there. I'm somewhat tempted to give it another attack today, but I think what we'll do then is we'll rest today, perhaps. I mean, 26, it's not too bad, but I do want to give that some rest there. Give it a day's rest and they can attack again. It's the 6 tank regiment that's really doing the heavy lifting at the moment. Why would he fire you directly when he isn't sure of victory? He should strike you at Singapore. It doesn't really gain anything at Singapore. Well, I mean, this is it. We'll see there. We'll see. I mean, it'd be nice if it came out this way. We have been building up Palembang to be what we are referring to as sea control base. So we do have G4 and 1 Bettys over here. We do have Oscars as well in decent numbers. It's not exactly great. Obviously, we'll have more of these locations in the future. But if he wants to bring carriers towards the Dutch East Indies, we should in theory be able to spot them coming. We do have the H6K4s over here, which ideally do give us prior warning. I'd like to have some additional H6K4s here and there, but we do have naval search out to these areas. So we'll try our best, and if he gives us the opportunity to attack him, then that'd be cool. Well, yeah, but the thing is there, Snake, how does he destroy those aircraft? He's actually got to come within range of bases. Like, well within range. How you doing there, Gamer 6? How would you rank this versus other Grisby titles? This one is probably the best, just due to the sheer scale, complexity, and... well, no, not so much complexity, but just the sheer scale and depth, really. It is quite awesome. I do like one of the West, and one of the East. I'm looking forward to seeing one of the East too. I wish I knew more details about it, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. Okay, so still crossing here then. It's a good question to ask. Right. So I think we'll bombard again. I think he's got... he's moving in combat mode, so it'd be like at least 4 days, I think. The original map, so you need map mod to play. Well, that's it, isn't it? Shucks with flicking laser beams on their head. No, I like that one. No, he would likely destroy aircraft by aircraft being sent against him, but it's one of these opportunities of where the Oscars act as essentially just ablative armor to the torpedo bombers. All that really matters is getting torpedo bombers through insufficient strength to really go in there and actually really hit some targets. That's what we need to do. And that's how we essentially play as a doctrine, is we go for that big alpha. It's all about that big alpha. Right, so we do have these units here. I'm going to have them actually launch an attack. Right. So they're moving north now. Issue is it is on the main road, so he might get there before we can... I'm hoping that we can stop him, because at least I can attack him there. How you doing there, G? Good to have you, my man. Can you use more bombers to bomb Kianko? We could. I've got these sallies down here myself. I do finally have detection out here, but I've only seen a couple of bombers there. 10 units there. 2 units there. 9 fighters there. So it looks like he hasn't moved anything else as of yet, which is nice, because that's great. He might worry that if he did, they might get caught in the plains if we do take that. I mean, we're closing in on Kianko at last. Should have been there sooner, but hey. So we're 23 miles then today. We'll have another day in movement mode, and just try and close in, and then ideally we should be able to just have one more in combat mode and be able to cross that turn. Yeah, but the thing is there, Snake, is they're slow. They're likely to get hit. Slow doesn't work very well. He'd likely have the BBs as a separate force to his CVs. Those 9 fighters should be I-15s or I-16s. Okay, that's good to know, then. That's good to know. What the hell? Where the hell's that unit come from? I didn't even know there was a unit there. That's interesting. We'll have to bomb that. I'll send a TIE unit in there to engage it as well. But we'll be able to bomb the living hell out of it. But that's interesting. I didn't realise there was a unit there, so that's the first seen of that. Okay. Okay. And the thing there, Snake, is you've got to realise he is going to have fighters, but he can only have so many fighters in the air at once, and they can only... And this is the thing, it's like inevitably in such large strikes, they will miss. They'll be too busy with fighters, or they'll not shoot shoot enough of the bombers down. So it's one of those of where if he's only going to be going for aircraft, it's like, okay, he's going to be paying a lot to actually achieve that, potentially, one would imagine. How you doing there, Mike? Not a tremendous amount. We did have a combat between PT boats and cruisers, and I think we came out with a victory at that. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I know, but the thing is there, Snake, is it's like, well, how does it get this massive force out there? It's like it could do a lot of things, but the likelihood of them actually being done aren't as great as you'd imagine. But you've got to think for him to get to Rangoon when he has to go through Port Blair, there's other airfields in the area that can launch torpedoes. It's not really in it for him. It's not really worthwhile. That Rangoon is a river estuary, so he can't take BBs up the river there anyway. I get your point, but it's one of those of... he could, but would he? Probably not. He might take risks, but he's not daft. Right, so moving on to here then. It's good. Okay. Still seeing the majority of forces in China static. Right, the additional division has arrived, which is nice. Have them planned for Changsha. Okay. Yeah, true there, Snake. But the thing is, if he loses a BB, or he loses a CV, or he loses a couple ships, is it really worth what he could actually gain then? There's areas where he can do nasty things, but Rangoon's not one of them, really. Okay. Fatigue disruption's not bad. That's good. Right, so they're moving south there. Ideally, we should be able to catch them. He does look like he's moving out of this area, which is kind of what I actually expected to some degree. The good news is we'll have 2 divisions going down that way shortly. We do have brigades as well. So we do have a lot of forces that are now freed up as well from not having to just mess around here in the interior of China, which is quite nice. That's brilliant, though. Yeah, I know, Snake, but same lessons there, really. Okay, now where's send the 37th Division here? Yes, it is good. I do agree. I think I'd love to have them sent out this way. I really would love to do that. But I think I'm going to have them sent this way. The reason being it'll not take them anywhere near the length of time as it would to get to Qiankou. They're not going to be able to reach Qiankou very quickly anyway. So I think it's probably better to have another division out here so we can actually make use of it. These assets I could have march. They're in combat mode now because I kind of expected them to make a crossing, but he didn't, so that's good, and he can't now, so they're gone. So that road is actually now cleared up, that rail's now cleared up too, so they can begin to move out this way. I'm going to have that division detachment move out to, I think it's either that hex or that hex, so we can hold that road. Having a couple tanks moving out that way is certainly not going to hurt either. We do make it across over here, so I can have a bit of a tank regiment then made available shortly, which is nice. So we'll take that base, and then the only base within the area will be Yan'an, and this base out here at Sning. Okay, they're moving in now. Okay. Yeah, close it in. In the ground war, I don't know. It's a continuous, a continuing question, really, of what he's doing. Rather, it's not so much like does he know what he's doing, it's more so he does. I just think he is purposely choosing to not do these things. Don't know why, but he's just not doing it. Right, send them all to March. I've got them all planning for Urumqi as well, so we'll have a better time when they do get there. But we are now closing in here, which is nice. Yes, it will be nice. We should have been there, actually, sooner or later. Well, we should have been there either today or sometime. I think it would have been today. At least an hour. It might have been yesterday. It would have been very soon either way. Well, we'll manage it soon enough. But yeah, we do have an increased amount of China under our control. Pretty reliably, too. I'm going to get ready to move on to Yunnan in the near future, too. I mean, he could try this, Snake. He could try. He can't do anything like that now. Not anything like that now. It'd take a few years before he could have that sort of power. Right, closing in there. Right, so we do have our forces here then, okay. Right, we'll shock here then. Yeah, it's in my hands at the moment. I've been very busy with it, so I just need to finish off the turn. I uploaded it on YouTube actually, which might be why you haven't seen it. It was a very short video, I was quite busy that day. So we'll attack here then. Do I want to shock? I might shock on that one, but I don't know. I don't think he has AT guns, but I'll have it as a deliberate attack for time being. Oh, I know there, Snake, but you've got to remember that as well. He's got to get to 45 to get all those shiny toys, and we're certainly not going to play ball. Right, they're moving out there. Imperial Guard making progress there too. Okay. Looking forward to clearing that roadblock, and thankfully we do have this unit here as well. Now, let's see. I think I'll have them begin marching in there, actually, considering that they are there. There's a river there, actually, which is interesting, but it's a very small unit. I might be able to just bomb it out of existence, really, but it's always good to have a unit there to go ahead and just make sure of a job there. Indeed, you're right there, G. Yeah, I really want them to just surrender there, so we're going to keep a shock attacking until we get it, but there's a lot of disruption there, so... we'll... I don't know, it's annoying because they should surrender, it's a pain in the ass. But that is a lot of disruption and fatigue. I'll give them a chance to rest there today and then attack tomorrow. Pain in the ass. I do have a APD and some TBDs. Yeah, APDs over here as well. I'd love to go ahead and get a unit moved out either here or here, but really try and like block this. I'd love to try and block that off if I could. Infinite's currently busy go-go dancing. The work is hard. The sweat is salty. The lights are flashing. The club is dark. But that money shines so bright. Oh man, I wish we could capture equipment. I'd have loved to capture that British division's equipment, really. Oh, if only. If only. I'm familiar with the game. Familiar with the chase. Okay, so I do have to supply out this way now. Temptation to march a division there. Shake it. That'd be fun. Oh dear. Oh yeah, I forgot about these naval construction units. These construction units, yeah. I forgot about those guys. Need to get them moving. 2 units there. I can imagine it eventually disintegrate over time. Indeed it would be. Right, okay, so there's not a whole lot here to have to do, which is awesome. So I don't think I'm going to spend too long on this, because I do have work to do as well. But it also gives us time to try and get the turn work done fairly quickly too, and move on then into the next turn, ideally. Okay, we do have these units here, which is nice. They're great to have, because it gives us that, well, it controls the road for us, which is nice. Oh, right, I see. It's incredible, isn't it? Is it, oh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a real bad time, really, hasn't it, these last weeks? Okay. Oh, there we go, 9th armored car. And that'd be nice to go ahead and get some armored cars out there, too. That'll take them a fair while, but... And not that long. But it'd be nice to have some additional armored units out that way. Additional units to be able to move quickly is always a good thing. And we are making our push over here. They're now moving in towards that base there. Making good progress, too. They might actually arrive tomorrow, to be honest. They should arrive tomorrow. Right, okay. So I'm going to have to move to that hex there. I'm going to have that unit march that way there to take control of that hex side, so we can't move that way. What is the experience threshold for finishing power and training? Oh, yeah, that's a question for him from there. How much could we take in theory? Heavy industry. Well, there's 361 there. 12 there. 161 there. Uh, 101 there. I don't know, like what, 500-ish? I don't know, if we got like 100 or obviously all of it, that'd be great, but yeah. And the light industry is probably worth more, to be honest. But yeah, we're closing in now. You can see that he has a lot of these units out this way here. Oh yes, we got the 17th Division in place, which is good, so I can launch an attack there. I'm just going to try and really hound them. If I can keep hounding them there with the 17th Division, that's quite good. Really need to stop him from being a threat there. But having a couple of divisions making their way down this way would be sure nice too. Alright, that would be nice. Again, as the units moving into China there. That's good. So at 8577, I'm going to keep him out there now. Okay. And the good thing is, with China, is it would be very nice to take those victory points. It would be nice to take those victory points away from him too. And we can gain some more over here too, another 300 there. A rum cheese worth a couple as well, so there's a fair amount there. I do that, Jealous Roman, that's really a cool name actually. What resources can you take from China? Many. And much. A lot, yes. We do have the oil. There's 20 oil over here at Xi'an. We do have the 90 there at Langchao. We do have 51 oil over here at Urumqi. There's also a number of refineries too, which having it all is really quite good. Based. That's a great way to just get in there. And does it help your industry? Yes. The heavy industry goes in, well, it generates heavy industry points as well as supply, and they go into the heavy industry pool, which is really great, so we can use them for all sorts of stuff. But light industry is just awesome because it actually uses resources in the local area. It doesn't require fuel to produce, and it actually produces supply, which is quite nice. So quite good things there. All good things. Okay. That's great, man. I like these little phrases. I like that. Okay. 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 100 1 So they're going to go ahead and attack, which is good. Yeah, we're going to have the two divisions making their way down this way. They're just closing in on this area now, to be honest. They might actually be able to link up together, which is actually quite fortunate. I didn't realise, actually. I might have them just hold on for the other division, but it's worthwhile to get them both marching. And Journalistic Roman, this is Gregory War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. I'm using a mod, by the way, which makes the actual map look a lot better, but you can find it on Matrix Games or Sliver Engage, type in Pacific Admirals Edition. It does go on sale at the end of the year for a great price. But yeah, it's a very good game. It's one of those games where you would have to play it for, what was it, near enough 5 years solid at a turn a day to be able to complete the game. Quite a long-winded game. We're playing against a human opponent, which is, well, he goes by the name of Admiral Dadman, and we are playing as the Japanese Empire. He's playing as the Collective Allied Forces. There's a sneaky bastard moving them along the coast there. Okay. So seeing severe storms of awake at the moment in time. Yeah, we'll have to get things moving. I need to get those AKs moving out there. That's cool. Yeah, Supreme Real is an interesting game. I just wish it worked better, which is probably kind of an unfair thing to say. It's got what I'd like, but it just, I don't know. I kind of wish it worked a bit better, really. Okay. Oh, that son of a bitch! He moved in there with me. Yeah. Well, in fairness, we own that hex, so that's not too bad. Yeah, that's true. How you doing, hello, snack bar? I like that name. That's pain in the ass moving there. I'm gonna have them moved out there to Chow Chow. And that's 19 AV, which would allow me to free up like the Naval Guard there. So it's kind of crazy that it's actually stuck there doing. Actually, no, I don't even need the Naval Guard there. What am I on about? I could even have that moved navally to another location, really. Maybe potentially Pakoi. I think there's a unit better Pakoi. But it'd be nice to have a couple of units out here to support the advance. But yeah, we could have that moved down if I so wish to do so, which is a pretty awesome thing to think about. Yeah, I didn't even know who was moving there. Son of a bitch. But in fairness, it's made it easier. I mean, well, we only got across that hex side there. It's tempting to actually attack him, really, because I think he would have to surrender at that point, but I don't want to really jinx it. Plus, I'd like to get some units in there to make sure we don't have them just beaten up needlessly, so I don't know how big that unit is. I think it might be a core, but I can't call. Oh, it's like a battalion, okay. It has a garrison level. It's worth 50 VP. It has resources. It's one of those where it is worthwhile having, just simply to deny it to him, and just for the completion, well, sake of completionist, really, for the sake of being a not. Yeah, well, that's it. Now, we should, in theory, be able to get that unit there before he arrives. I'm going to go ahead and start bombing Yunnan. I just want to try and see what units it's actually got there if I can. Right. It's not a huge deal. I mean, the value of it is just simply that we take it. Otherwise, he could trace supply there and the units would try to retreat that way. So it's better to take it. Alright, we're making progress here. So we've seen 2 units there. 4 units over this way. I mean, once we break into Guilan, sorry, Luchao, that's really quite good. I mean, once I can get to Kukong as well, then I'm going to be able to push on forward. Kukong's going to be an interesting one because it is wooded. So it's not super easy, and that tier 3 train's not super nice. But we can be able to, well, we can push on then towards Hengyang. I really want to get to Hengyang. What would happen to the Soviet ships if you took their territory? They'd have to go to American ports and endure the embarrassment. Okay, so we do have the escort carrier Unyo arriving in 6 days, which is nice. Cool. Unyo. Not too far out. But yeah, we're all waiting for Yamato, really. That's gonna be freaking awesome. Oh dear. Yeah, they'd have fuel. They'd likely have fuel. I mean, I can imagine it being embarrassing considering they lost Siberia. Looking well here now. Looking well. Things are progressing in the way that we need them to. It would have been great to have been at Yanko now, but hey ho. I'll see you later, G. Have a good one, my man. Balabag. I'll have to look at that. So perfect spans there for size 6, okay. DMS 10 there makes it to Manila, which is actually excellent. Fantastic news. Ah, there we go. So the Kure, first SLF, Sasebo, first SLF and second SLF have been renamed to the 24th Naval Garrison Unit, the 23rd Naval Guard Unit, and the 32nd Naval Garrison Unit. Cool. Bombardments, really. Bombardments. But would likely have her stationed in a port, like, let's say, maybe like Rabaul or somewhere like that. It's going to be an interesting one. It is going to be an interesting one. Try and use her. I'd like to use her. But it's really trying to find the actual situation to make good use of her is quite difficult. So heavy transmissions at Sydney. Fair old amount of stuff there. Wish I could see what was in the port. It'd be great to see a nice old big whack in CV. 79 days, I think it is actually. Yeah, that'd be cool. Need to stay those bases. Right, so the Carter Bay is going to be the big one for us, so we'll have to capture that. But that's going to be like the center of this area's air defense cluster. Categories is hard to find 5. 5's of iron. Right, so we are unloading supply here. Getting 2k there would be very nice. Yeah, that's true there, Revek. Crusade Kings 3 is okay, but I've stopped playing it now because it's I don't know, it's kind of janky. It's okay, but yeah, you'd like obviously want more, for it to be a bit deeper, or just work a little bit better. Yeah, well. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the R&D. We'll make the R&D thing the last thing, so there's really not too much else to look at now. Things are just progressing, which is cool. So we have the R&D for the aces made there, going ahead nicely. Continue to make progress there. That'll be done before we know it, really. Nearly complete on the Nick. Gonna look forward to when we have those in production. Oh, I actually need to go ahead and try black ice on this laptop. Actually, it should actually be awesome on it, in theory. Probably not, but in theory, it should be better. Alright. It's in a nice amount of threes now. Not that many in the way of 2s. Making progress all the same. So 27 days until we have the half 35 production complete, well, expansion complete, which is called. Okay. But it's not so bad. Okay. No, so things are really progressing. Mm-hmm. Ah, there we go, yes. The artillery has a right, which is excellent. That's very nice. Yes, we're hoping to have the A6M8 by the end of the year. And then we'll be good there. That'll be a nice one to have. Right, it's going to have these fellows set to bombardment. Mortars is a interesting term, as sometimes it can range from an 80mm mortar to like 1950mm mortar. I think I'll just have a mortar to bombard. They're pretty cheap to replace. The A7M now, not unless that's like a different aircraft, then no, we're not going for that. Just have the A6M8. We will have the A6M3 though, because that does actually have some pretty damn good range. But that's really why we'll have it, just for that range sort of aspect. Right, okay. Need to get that moved down there to link with them out in this area. But in fairness, it's nice to have that unit as it is for the time being, because it's actually a combat unit, which is quite handy. Alright, now the question is, do I have a move out that way? Do I have a move on to Kagayan? It's not a bad idea to go ahead and begin moving on Kagayan. I don't know how to attack Kagayan as of yet, but it would be quite good to have them there. So it would, I think it stops the production of supplies. But then again, I don't think it matters because they have no ability to actually create supplies since we have San Boanga, so it doesn't matter really. We're gonna get the A6M8 in end of 42, beginning of 43. Really, we do have a number of other models as well. I told you, looking towards eventually getting to the Ki 100, Ki 84 Franks. There's a few other aircraft, and ultimately Ki 83s is where I really wanted to go to. And we're not too far away from those. Not too far. Well, I mean, I guess, yes, we are far away from them, but we're not relatively that far. If RD works its magic. Okay. Wish they'd surrender. Yeah, well that's it, but it's not really going to be used like that. It'd probably be the carrier fights. I think, I can't recall if we get a carrier fight to probably do. But the A6M8 will serve as well. It'll serve as better than the A6M2. But yeah, we do have a number of other models. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go, A7M2 SAM. I'm not as familiar with the SAM, which is why. Yeah, so we do have research into the SAM there, sorry. Tojo, keys this one, I'll go to the Ki 100, A3, A4, George. At least for the time being. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it about here then. So thank you very much there, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you guys have very much enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the future. So if you have enjoyed this, please do consider following my channel here on Twitch. I'd be much appreciated. And if you feel like I have earned your support, then and also, especially if you do have Amazon Prime, if you subscribe to myself here on Twitch, and if you do have an Amazon Prime subscription, it doesn't cost you a dime, but it helps to support me as a content creator. I believe I get about $2.50 for each person doing that, which is awesome, and it does really help out. Hey, done there, Drabos, just as I'm about to go. But hi, good to have you. But until next time, thank you for watching, and look forward to the next turn. Be a couple... That's not too far till we get to Kianko now. At least we have shot down another SB3. Ideally, he'll not be coming as often now, and ideally we can get those marches and, well, that marching in there. But until then, thank you and goodbye. Ayasumi Nasai. Goodbye. Sayonara.